Greetings and welcome to the Mythos Mystery Society presents... What the fuck is the name of this game again?
Fucking awesome. Sworn by Ghostlight, the case of the Ebon Wood Effigies.
Oh, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies. It's the thing that has the Ebon Wood Effigies. Mystery solved. It's been a great night.
This is a game by Matthew John. It is based on the Ironsworn RPG.
Yes, and it is a, I guess, GM-less game.
Yes. Designed for solo or two-player co-op.
Which is what we're doing. Two-player co-op. It's a twofer today.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess then we can kind of go over... Well, go ahead and just tell us a brief blurb of what this system is about.
I'll describe the system first, and then I'll describe the story, because that's how that's the opposite way it's listed, but that's fine. Sworn by Ghostlight is a GM-less game for solo play or co-op with two players over 1 or 2 sessions. You play an occult detective in the haunted Victorian London-inspired city of, Modobstone, where the moon's cracked surface bleeds ghostlight onto the world, where it festers as ghosts, necromancy, and undeath. Investigate locations and clues, interrogate suspects and witnesses, fend off assailants, solve the investigation, and close the case. The culprit, their motive, means, and opportunity are not predetermined in a Sworn by Ghostlight game. Rather, the clues you gather help you envision them. When you feel you have all the information you need, make the final reveal and close the case. But will you catch the real culprit, or is there more to the case? Are they still out there, even now? Play to find out. And the story. The haze of the moon's ghostlight illuminates the words and sketches of your notes as it bleeds through your window. The charcoal eyes of the 6 victims, each found dead in the Ash District, stare up at you, imploring you to find their killer. In your hand, you hold one of the crude carvings left behind at each scene. A figurine of a woman carved from charred wood of an ebony tree found in the left hand of each victim. It is the only thing known to connect these poor, unfortunate, and undoubtedly placed there by the killer. A sudden rapping pulls you from your thoughts. Beneath your door, someone has slid a letter. You know the words therein before even reading them. The killer has struck once more.
Damn. So should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah, let's introduce ourselves.
Considering I'm basically your sidekick, how about you go first?
My name is Horace Perigree. I'm an older gentleman with unkempt gray hair. I've got powerful mutton chops that connect to a mustache. I once had a beard, but I cut it off for the style of the times. When I am deep in thought, I occasionally stroke the air where my beard once was. I'm a very well-built fellow, very intelligent. I'm a little gruff, I don't get along so well with the people. And that's me.
We just linger there I don't get along well with the people. And I'm Walter Gibbous. I'm Horace's assistant. I grew up a scrappy street urchin who knows how to talk to get what I want. And if not, I got a mean slingshot arm. I'm young, spry, and cocky. I want to say I'm 50 years younger? You said you were...
I'm 61.
And I'm 25.
Yeah.
But I'm a grown-up street urchin that's kind of had I've kind of had a bad life. It kind of sucks. And I kind of grew up under working with Horace solving murders or whatever.
Yes, murders and the odd affair, if we're to stoop so low.
Some might even call us some sort of Mythos Mystery Society.
Yes. Okay, and we are going to begin the case. So, we basically, we had to roll, I think, 60 tens to create this Mad Lib to the beginning of this case. The killer's latest victim, a street beggar by the name of Oscar, was discovered in the alley behind the flooded tenements on Cinder Street. Besides the Ebon Wood Effigy, the only lead yet found is a ghost echo near the body. Envision the scene as your characters enter the alley, the sights, the sounds, the smells. It might help to journal the case as it progresses, be as detailed or brief as you wish. Sergeant Cauley is here examining a small carved effigy. Are they a trusted friend or a rival? What do you talk about? And you are welcome to ask the oracle. Ask the oracle is if you're not sure of anything, but it's just You would have to ask it like, oh, are we friends? You could ask that if you want, and then you can roll. Or we can decide by ourselves.
Well, based on my upbringing, I would have to assume that I don't necessarily like the guy.
Yeah.
However, I do feel like maybe I liked Oscar.
Yeah, you probably liked Oscar, and the cop doesn't like me for sure. So I think you liked Oscar and probably knew him, and I didn't. The cop doesn't like us. Sergeant Cauley.
I'm trying to think of a relationship like that in something we've played or seen, like where it's like a bunch of people trying to solve a case, and there's the cop that's just like, you fucking guys. I keep wanting to say Lupin the Third, but I know that's not it because Lupin is a criminal.
I mean, like Sherlock traditionally is like, the cops don't like him.
Necessarily care for him, even though he solves all their crimes.
Yeah. All right. So I think we don't. Yeah, he's a rival.
What was his name?
Sergeant Cauley.
You said we have to figure out how hard this would be.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, what we have is that there is. He said, wait, dangerous or fit? Sorry, one more time. Yeah, like dangerous or formidable.
Formidable. I want to say, well, is that the tier progress? Like,
yeah, so dangerous would be like medium, formidable. Or no, actually, formidable is dead medium, dangerous is slightly easier than that.
Okay. I want to say slightly easier than that because only because we're just going up against a cop that doesn't like us. So really what happens here is if we fail, they catch us and tell us to fuck off. Yeah. So it's like, it's not necessarily like, oh, they catch us and kill us, or like, so it's not dangerous. It's more like the only real danger we're in is not getting clues we want. So like, that's
fair.
Why I kind of run there.
I'm gonna say, that brings up a good point. Yours is talking to, it says the crime scene, but we also have a ghost echo that we can interact with. So I'm gonna say maybe that's hard. So we have true progress checks in this one place. I think could be interesting, if you agree.
Yeah, no, so what were the two progress tracks?
So progress track, they're both the same. The first one is going to be the dangerous one, and that is getting any information out of Cauley. And the troublesome one is interacting with the ghost echo.
Hey, this fucking guy, they just let anybody in here, huh?
No, Walter, I think... Now, me and Sergeant Cauley over there have quite a bit of history. I don't think that'll be a good conversation. I could perhaps study this ghost echo over here if you'd.
Horace, if you don't mind, I actually knew Oscar, and I'd like to talk to the ghost echo to figure out what happened to my old friend. Also, Cauley has chased me out of a few Sears Roebucks in my time, so I don't think he'd like to talk to me. He'd rather chase.
All right, well. I will do my best to talk to him.
Thank you, sir.
Laughs and pats you on the back as you go towards the ghost echo, and he walks towards Sergeant Cauley. Which one do you want to do first?
I guess the ghost echo, because...
Yeah, I'll be the ghost. I'll do that then, and then you can be Cauley.
Oh, okay.
The ghost echo, I think you see... I don't know if this is how it works, but I think it's going to for us. I think you see the ghost echo is... It looks like Oscar, and I think he's just kind of standing there looking confused. It's not a ghost echo, I don't think, is a flat-out ghost. I think it's just kind of a reflection of them.
I gotcha.
Is what
Hey, Oscar, you old coot.
He still looks like he's still looking around, but you see his face like smile as you say that.
I want to like look at between the dead body and the ghost echo and just kind of keep making small talk with him. Like, you've seen better days. I know he might not respond or anything. I'm assuming we've interacted with ghost echoes before.
Yeah. I think you roll with heart.
Heart. Okay.
See how well you get along with him.
So here's my d6. I got a 3.
That's a failure. That's a flat-out failure. So, a miss. Your action score isn't greater than either of the challenge dice. You failed, and your fears come true. I think what that probably looks like is that he smiled at first when he kind of heard your voice, but he I think now he looks. You see the echo kind of just looking at the body and not saying anything.
Yeah, you looks like you got yourself into a rough spot there, bud. And he's trying to get his attention, but he can't seem to get his attention for a moment. He's like, hey, listen. I know, it sucks, but we gotta figure this out, alright? Can you tell me anything of what happened here?
The Oscar kind of just kneels down beside his body, still looking at it.
Yeah, fucking ghost echoes. Fucking goops. That sounds racist. Let's not go with that.
I don't
like
think so.
ectoplasm goop. That's why
I mean, it not. It just sounds bad.
It just sounds so bad.
Geckos. Ghost geckos. Or actually, roll a D100.
A D100?
Yeah.
90.
Okay, so so this is a pay the price because you're suffering the outcome of an action. Your action has an unintended effect. So I think what that happens is you see, like, as you're trying to get his attention, but Oscar is now like completely focused on his body. You see the echo beginning to like dissipate a little bit.
Oh shit! No, come on, stay with me, man. I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah, I think roll one more, and see what happens.
Yeah, I almost want to say, did we see the effigy on the body, or did we receive the effigy yet?
I think it said Cauley had it, if memory serves.
Oh, Cauley has it.
I think it said. Give me a second, double check that. Yeah, he's looking at it. He has it.
I wanna like lean down on the opposite side of Oscar's body and like look straight into his eyes and be like, Oscar, I need you to open up to me a little bit here. Don't go. Don't fade away.
Yeah, roll heart.
D6 again?
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, actually, I did win the last one.
I was gonna say, did you add your thing to it?
No, I didn't. I just went with my base. I forgot about that.
A 7. So you would have had a mixed success. So
yeah. We'll say how that still happened. That's fine. We'll
sure.
just make this one a little bit better.
Yeah. Roll this time again.
Yeah. Okay. So D6.
Yeah.
4. So that's an 8.
7 and a 3. Okay, that can't do it that way. That's fine.
Oh, I got a super success then.
Yeah. So you got a full-on success. So what that means is your action is greater than both challenges. You see what you're trying to do. You can do mechanical changes if you want to, like a +1 or 2 to momentum or spirit, or the narrative changes the current situation, or the narrative changes. So if you think it was really, really good, I'd say you got to. So I mean, it's up to you. It's once again, this can be a single-player game. So if you think momentum, so I'll let you know what momentum is. Momentum is currently it's a 2 for both of us. You can add to it, and if you ever want, you can switch it for one of your rolls, but then it goes to 0. So let's say you roll a 2, you could and you keep banking your momentum till it gets to like a 10. You can be like, okay, I'm switching out my momentum to make it a 10, and then your momentum's back to 0.
Oh, okay.
And so in the consequence from before, since we're pretending it was a failure, so it's still fading away. But Oscar looks to you. Okay, Oscar looks to you and he like mimics drinking out of a there's one of these, and then points to a barrel that is like that some other street urchins are like heating themselves around, like one that has fire in it, like trash can fire that they're heating themselves with. So he mimics drinking and then points to that. That's what he does, but he's still currently around, I guess.
Are we going with the idea that ghost echoes can't talk?
I think I am. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I like that. No, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. So you can kind of do one more thing I think.
I'm going to stare over at the barrel. I'm going to look around really quick to see if there's any, like, bottles laying around, to see if maybe he was poisoned and he dropped, like, something he drank that was poisoned.
That's probably, roll wits. Wits or shadow, I would assume. Because shadow is kind of cunning, but wits is kind of like observation, so I think either one could.
I think wits fits more here, even though it's a lesser roll.
Yeah.
So that is +2, so I got 6, 7, 8.
6 and a 4, so you beat both of them. Again. So you can fill that progress bar is now fully filled.
Okay.
You have now finished the track successfully. I think what you notice with that, what you notice with your observational skills is that there aren't any bottles around. Like the street urchins don't really seem to be that age, but what you see is the flames as they stretch up to the cracked moon. You see them flicker and they are obscuring a sign that says, and you can't actually see what the first part of the sign says, but it says street. It's naming a street. And your mind puts together that there is a street called Blaze Street a few blocks down, and there is a popular pub on that street.
Okay, Oscar, we're gonna figure out who did this to you.
He kind of smiles and fades away.
Yeah, it sucks to see you go, bud.
And we get...
like, Walter gets up and like dusts himself off a little bit. Then he likes to hide the fact that he's sad about that, but he's just like, fuck.
I think
Horace.
I think we can add 1 to our case tracker, so I'm gonna put that because that seems like a valid, a successful thing.
So just fill in one of the circles?
Yeah. And I'll do it on mine too, because that's a team thing. Well, you walk over to Horace, but Horace is already doing his thing, so we should do his scene.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It was like a way to transition.
Yeah. Hello, Sergeant Cauley.
Yeah, this fucking guy.
That's it.
Hey, can we get somebody here to get rid of riffraff?
Listen, I'll be gone in but moments. If you could simply tell me any details you have on that case, perhaps let me examine that effigy to see if it's different than the 6 others.
Okay, well, you know what? You're gonna have to roll for that.
I know.
Seems like...
This is probably my...
threes.
Well, it's not bad. Hey!
Oh, wow.
Full success for once.
You're lucky that I'm bad at rolling in roll 20. Okay.
I'm gonna give myself a momentum for that too, as he knows he. I think what he says on that is, as he succeeds, is I. Not that I want to start with insulting the detective work, but I think we both know that me and my colleague here will be much more sufficient in getting the job done. So please just let me look for mere moments and I will be out of your ever-thinning hair.
Quick question about ghost echoes. Can everyone see them?
I don't know. We can determine that together. What do you think?
Maybe we'll say that we have a special gift. But it's a common special gift, so it exists.
Yeah.
But just this cop can't, nobody on the force can really see it. Or maybe they got a couple, but the psycher's not there yet or something like that.
Yeah. Like some people, I like that it's a gift, but a fairly common gift. People can do it.
Yeah.
But Cauley can't.
You're fucking lucky that our psycher isn't on here. And god damn it, if you don't solve cases as good, you're so... You're a good cop. You could have been a cop, bud.
I have no desire. I never, ever. He hands out his hand for the effigy.
There you go, bud.
And I will spend time studying the effigy. I'll use my wits to just kind of look at it and see if anything stands out.
I got a 7 and a 10.
I got a 7.
Plus what? That already had it.
that had
okay,
my...
So, okay. What's it work on ties?
On ties it goes to you, so that's a miss. It's a flat out miss.
Don't fucking drop it!
You have to decide what happens at the end of miss.
I want to say, okay, so what was just happened? You tossed him. He
tossed me the effigy, and I was going to study it.
Okay, and you study it, and I almost want to say that, you study it, but you get nothing new out of it. It's the same type of effigy as the other ones.
I'm gonna take a -1 to my spirit, as he just doesn't. Was hoping he'd be able to ascertain something and talk to big game, and just doesn't get anything. Yep. Well.
Same as the others.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a clue is not to be found here. Kind of tosses it back. I think I'm gonna walk over to the body. I'm gonna investigate the crime scene itself. I'm gonna take a moment to just look around, the alley, kind of I'm not going to walk up to the body because I know Walter's there doing his thing, but I'm going to try to just look around the alley to see if anything else strikes
just
out
walk away from Cauley stroking your chin thinking about stuff?
Yeah.
The Cauley's just like, hey, make yourself at home. Fuck myself, I guess. Jesus, these guys.
Sure you do.
We rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot better.
A 1 and an 8. What a gambit.
Yeah. I got a 13, so I'm good.
Get it all. So what do you see around it? Well, down a little bit further down the block, you see some street urchins around a fiery barrel, kind of warming themselves in the cold. That maybe the police haven't been able to talk to because street urchins typically don't care for the police. And maybe they saw something, and if you wanted to go talk to them, that you could consider that as part of your success. I want to say... so here's the thing. I don't know what the crime is, So like
we haven't described it. You can make it up. All
okay,
that is described is dead body.
Written, right? We're
No, it's not.
We're role playing the story as we go, right?
Yeah, unless hold on.
Like, if I said so, there's like a gun.
Oh, it also said it is the only thing known to connect these killers. So the killers could be completely. I mean, they could be killed in all different ways. So it doesn't matter. You can decide how this body what happened.
Okay. I want to say that looking around a little bit more, it was kind of hard to see because it's nighttime. But like because you're kind of like looking up, trying to think. Like you looked all around, now you're looking up. You notice that there's like in the darkness, it's kind of hard to see, but like occasionally the light from the fire lights it up. But there's blood floating in the air.
Horace looks back to the urchins and to the floating blood. Well, I'm sure the police have not talked to the urchins. I also don't want to talk to the urchins, so blood it is. And he'll like, if there, I think he'll try to climb some sort of like if there's a fire escape, try to like climb up it.
Do you remember when you guys climbed outside of Antonette's apartment?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like that. There's a gutter or whatever it is, a drain pipe, I guess, that like leads on the side of one of the buildings. He's
a fairly strong guy, so he's gonna try to climb up there to get a closer look.
I want to say that's part of your success because all you did was look around. I guess you did.
Let me roll it again, just because it's we do have to roll quite a bit.
The blood is pretty big too. I guess So no, that makes sense. Let's do it. I got a 6 and a 9. Nice.
13. Cool. So I succeeded again.
Shimmy on up there, Oscar, or not Oscar. That's the dead guy. Walter looks up from the street after a bit after talking to the ghost echo, and he looks up and he's just like, Horace, what the fuck are you doing?
I found blood, my good man. I'm hankering for a look.
He kind of looks where you're looking. He's like, oh shit, look at that.
He pulls out. I think he pulls out like a very old timey like big lighter and like clicks it and it lights it up a little bit more.
Yeah, and you can tell that it's like blood that's floating in the air, and it's floating kind of when you look down. You can see that it's kind of floating above where Oscar's body is. It's got like this kind of like occasional like blue film over it. Maybe it's some sort of spell effect or something like that that's keeping it suspended in air. But it's kind of like this amorphous blob that's just kind of floating in the air above Oscar's corpse. But it's pretty high up there, and like you're kind of close to the top of the building. That's how high up you had to go. And that's why the police just didn't see it because nobody looked at that high up.
Does it look like the trail stops with this blue, like up here, or does it look like it goes to the roof?
The blood?
Yeah.
Let's say it does.
It stops here or goes to the roof?
It goes to the roof. No, let's just say it does.
I will climb. I assume. I mean, that one I don't probably need to roll for. Is get up to the roof and then see. I can investigate on the roof or something. Is my last roll, or if I succeed.
Yeah. I want to say it looks like there's some sort of setup up here. Like some sort of almost like ritualistic setup going on. But that's maybe you'd have to investigate further in order to really...
I rolled pretty well again.
Let's see. 2d10. 5 and a 1.
just fine. All right. What does that give me? So that's mark one more in the case tracker, as that is.
Yeah, because that's the end of it, right?
Yeah.
I want to say that it is. You've seen this kind of thing before in different cases. Not necessarily related to this case, because you said all they can all die in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like something you've. But it definitely looks like necromancy in some way. And you can basically surmise that whatever happened here was like there was maybe like I guess you can say a necromancer sniper on the roof that just needed, I don't know, because Oscar seems like an unlikely target. Like there's no rhyme or reason why a street urchin would need to be killed.
Yeah.
It's not like he had any political gain or anything like that, but this necromancer, it looks like maybe he just needed to sacrifice anything will do, and essentially sniped Oscar from the roof by removing all of his blood. And it seems like the blood wasn't needed for anything, or if it was, only a small amount of it was, because the rest of it was just left laying there. Or, floating there.
Yeah. I'll shimmy down the drain pipe and catch good old Walter before he connects with Cauley.
Walter instinctually high-fives you as you slide off of the roof. Whoa! Like, he's almost surprised he did it himself.
I think we need to get some sort of one of these poles installed in the house from the upstairs to the downstairs. Really add a bit of character to it.
I didn't know you were so spry, old man. I thought you'd break yourself falling off of that thing.
It's all muscles, really. It's not. It took me forever to get up.
Are you sore? Does it hurt?
No, but the amount of whiskey in my system does help.
You drove us here.
Well, I mean, I'm not drunk.
That's true. I'm driving the rest of the way, though.
Well, any leads, my good man?
Well, I got my old friend Oscar here. He's moved on to a better place, I hope. But he told us to check out. Did you say it was Burn Street?
Blaze Street is the name of the street.
Blaze Street Pub. That's what I got out of him. Maybe we can find a lead there. I'm gonna write that down.
All right. So he something on Blaze Street. Anything further?
I mean, not necessarily. You know how ghost echoes are. They can't really say much. Yes. But it's kind of like they're basically the sentient equivalent of a matchbook with the logo of the strip club on them.
Yeah.
But if we check out Blaze Street Pub, maybe we could get a little bit more answers here.
All right. I'm head there. I did a little bit of investigating on the roof. I found that perhaps a necromancer might be at might be at work. So we can shake down some of the usual locales and see if anything appears.
I hate necromancers.
Me as well.
Nah, fucking creeps.
All right, where do we want to head to first?
Before we leave, Walter looks over at the street urchins. They all look at him, and he just kind of like gives them a nod and walks back towards the car.
Yeah.
The cat.
Yeah.
Well, Cauley sees everybody walk out. He's like, "Fuck me! You just got a cave and left. Didn't even say goodbye. God damn it."
Yeah.
Is that the psyker? Get the psyker over here.
Yeah, we should have a cool name for the police force in this world.
The police force?
That this guy's part of, Sergeant Cauley.
I mean, I guess they'd still just be. They can just be the police force.
Yeah,
within the police force, I'm sure they'd have like cool roles.
They could have cool names that aren't police. They could be like something man, fucking something.
The I don't know something man.
It's fucking something. Comma fucking something.
SM.